This is a video on how to replace the control board on the 950 series of testers. The first thing you want to do is to remove this shield just to get it out of the way. There are two screws on the top side, here and here. And then we'll turn the unit over and get two screws off the bottom side, here and here. The shield comes right out. The next thing we need to do is to remove the interface board, which is this board right here. There are 5 screws. And then pull straight up on this part of the board, and then it'll slide out from the back. The control board is located here with the portion of the board going underneath this output board. This is the output board. So we need to loosen all of the screws in that area so we can get it out. We'll take these 2 out from the high voltage board, and then there are 2 nylon standoffs under here which you can remove just by pulling up a little bit on this, and they come right out. Be careful not to touch this resistor. This resistor is critical, and you do not want to have any soil or oils or anything like that on it. It will change the behavior of the unit if you do. Pulling this plug just to keep it out of the way, we want to take out this corner screw. And basically what we're doing is we're taking all of the screws out on this end of the board. The next thing we want to do is to remove all of the screws and keepers on the control board. 3 screws here, and then there's the 5 standoffs that were holding up the interface board. Now that we have all the connectors removed, we need to uncouple the output board from the control board. There is a 52-pin plug right underneath this area here. So we just hold it down and pull up on it, and you can pull this portion of the board out. Once that's lifted up, you want to keep it held up a little bit, and you have to move this up underneath there just a little bit, and then it comes out like that. To reinstall the new board, you just reverse the entire process. This gets lifted up, and very carefully, you want to make sure that you don't damage this connector right here, because it's quite delicate. So you very carefully slide this underneath, being very careful not to force anything, and then slide the IO pieces into the frame. Very carefully line up this plug with the one on top of it, press down and it'll snap in. The first thing I always do is to put a couple of screws right here to hold everything in place. You want to reinstall these standoffs underneath here, just line them up. If you pull up, you get a little bit of room there. These just need to be finger tight. If you tighten these too much, they will break. And then you can reinstall this plug. Make sure that both sides are connected properly. It's easy to get this plug one off. And then just reinstall all of the screws. Again, you want to be careful when you put this plug back on again, because you can get it one off, and you want to make sure it's seated properly. These back 5 holes get the standoffs. Now we're ready to reinstall the interface board. You want to line it up with the holes for the ports right here, and then these will line up if you pull back a little bit on the chassis here. It snaps right into place. Reinstalling the 5 screws. We want to replace the shield that goes in here. The best way to do that is to lay it in here like this and put the top screws in first. And then we're going to flip it over. Put in the 2 bottom screws. And that is replacing the control board on the 950 series of testers.